Run me through, Dad, if you don't mind. How are salespeople trained to actually go through the test drive process? Like, are there specific courses that they're supposed to take the customers on? Are there specific questions they ask?
There's a designated route that the salesperson is going to take the customer on for the drive on.
Yeah.
And it will include nothing but right-hand turns.
Seriously?
Seriously. We don't ever want the customer making a left-hand turn because that would expose the car to oncoming traffic.
So you would designate a course, recommend that to the salespeople,
Yes.
and one of the justifications for that was we don't want you exposing the vehicle to a higher likelihood of an accident.
I can share with you an edict we got from an area vice president that if he ever saw one of our salespeople on a test drive and they were making a left-hand turn with the customer, that the moment they got back, they would be fired.
Wow.
Okay? You do not want to expose the vehicle to oncoming traffic.
Higher risk.
Much higher risk.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that the salesperson's the one that's sitting in the passenger seat, which would be the side of the car that would be exposed to oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
So, routes for test drives were all right-hand turns.
Gotcha. Now, were the
Okay.
salespeople trained to try and show certain features, or are they trained to be quiet during a test drive? Because I've heard horror stories, Dad, of people that have had test drives where the salesperson never shuts up. Kind of like this long-winded question.
Yes, they're trained to go over how things work in the vehicle so that the customer's comfortable with the functionality of everything before they actually go on the test drive.
Gotcha.
And then for the most part, they keep their mouth shut during the test drive unless the customer asks them a question.
So is there almost like a pre-test drive walk around and talking
Absolutely.
about? Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, where you start at the hood. You open the hood and you look at the engine and you walk around the car.
Really?
And you walk around to the passenger side and then to the trunk, and then you come back and, my God, where are you? At the driver's door.
Oh, back at the drive. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you're at the front door for and you open the door and you say, now look at the instrumentation, take a look at it. Why don't you grab a seat? You know what? Why don't I go grab the keys and we'll go for a quick spin.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's kind of what you can expect if you're about to have, because if you're watching this and
Yes.
you're thinking, okay, I've never done a test drive before, what am I going to get into? This is how the salesperson's trained. Start at the hood, walk them around, do the dog and pony show a little bit, talk about the benefits.
The only thing missing is going to be the dog and the pony. But
you're
got
gonna
the
get
car.
the show, and you're going to get the
there'll
show.
be a show. There's always a show.
Okay, so now what happens when you come back from the test drive, Dad? Because I know, like we said at the beginning, there's these 5 steps. We went from meet and greet to needs assessment. We selected a vehicle. We just did the demonstration drive. We're getting to close the deal, right? So what's the
There's going to
salesperson-
be trial closes throughout the...
So explain that. What is a trial close? How are
Trial
salespeople-
close is just a way of saying things that would indicate that perhaps the customer's buying a car.
Okay.
Yes.
So like
trial
what should I
close
be on the
might be
lookout for?
a trial close might be.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're coming back from the demonstration drive, just out of curiosity, Zach, where do you think you'd take this car on your first trip?
Gotcha.
Okay. And if Zach says, well, I think I'd take it to the Jersey Shore for the weekend, well, Zach has just taken mental ownership of this car. That's a trial close.
Gotcha.
Okay. When you get back from a test drive, you would ask the customer, you love the way the car drove, didn't you?
Okay.
Yeah. Car's equipped the way you want your new car to
So
be equipped.
really leading question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Assuming we can work all the details out to your satisfaction, Zach, you'd want to take your new car home with you today, wouldn't you?
Okay, so these are very, be prepared for the salesperson to insinuate
Yes.
that
And if
love
you
this.
get yeses on some of those,
Yeah.
then, they're going to move to, well, let's figure out how we can make that happen.